this we are going to be using for moi moi. We are going to be blending it using our blender, our power blender. Wow, wow, interesting. Okay.
I'm using this small one because I just want to show them the recipes I added to my beans before blending into a paste.
Into a paste. Okay. All right. What recipe? What are the ingredients we add to it?
The recipes that we are going to add to the paste is red bell pepper.
Red bell pepper.
Chili.
Chili. So we have red bell pepper. We have chili pepper. Okay.
Then we have red
Scotch bonnet.
That is atarodo.
Okay.
Then we have ginger.
Ginger and garlic. Okay.
Then the garlic.
Okay, we have our garlic.
Then we are going to be adding onions. If you want to blend your beans for you have to put a lot of onions.
A lot of onions.
Hello.
Wow.
Then I'll be adding also the fish bone.
The fish bone.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. This is interesting, guys. Trust me. How many of you at home actually does add fish bone while you are blending your moi moi paste? So like I said, moi moi accompanies a lot of healthy, nutritional, food items that go alongside with our beans. Very interesting. Now we have garlic and we have ginger in there. I always tell everyone that garlic and ginger are superfoods. They actually helps us to fight every form of microbacterial infections. Okay, Chef, you're going to blend it.
Yes, I'm going to add a little water.
Okay, just a little water to blend.
We're going to blend it with a smooth paste.
To make a smooth paste. Wow, that's fabulous. Okay. So, like I was saying, guys, so I guess that's smooth enough.
Yes, it's smooth enough.
Wow, fabulous. This is fabulous. I was just going to share a little bit on some of the health benefits of these items that we have in our moi moi already. We have our garlic and we have our ginger and we have our onions. They actually belong to the same family, the allium family, and they actually help to boost our immune system. They have lots and lots of antiviral properties. They have lots of antifungal and antibacterial properties. So, Jessica, I want to say something?
No, I'm not going to say anything because I want to plug the electric
The electric skillet. So we have our garlic, our ginger, and our onions. Like I was saying, they have high amounts of antiviral properties, antifungal properties, and antibacterial properties. They actually helps to boost our immune system and protect our health from falling sick. And that's why the idea of what we're trying to do now is to boost our immune system as well, so that we're going to be resistant to every form of disease, to every form of lifestyle diseases that have been on the increase today. So the most important thing we need to do is to boost our immune system. Remember, the essence of this healthy cooking show is to make sure that we are eating healthy. Is to make sure that we are using our food as our medicine. Guys, trust me, I believe you want to use your food as your medicine instead of using your medicine as your food. So how you take care of your food matters a lot. I'm sure you could see there that we did not peel the ginger that you used.
Yeah.
Just checking in, there's a quick question. Someone is asking, the chef, is that cooked or raw fish bones?
It's cooked.
Cooked?
Yes.
Cooked. Mr. Margot, usually we will discard our fish bones, but they are highly nutritious. Personally, I take advantage of my fish bone, irrespective of my class or anything. I make sure that I benefit from the nutritional value that we get from our fish bone. They are super high in calcium. So instead of buying supplements, why not we get them naturally from our natural food source? That's why I was explaining earlier. I prefer to make my food my medicine rather than making my medicine my food and depending on the medicine. So I prefer to get my calcium naturally from my fish bone. And now you can see.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
In our moi paste. So this is highly nutritious. This is highly nutritious, guys. Trust me, we have lots and lots of nutrients in our moi.
So thank you so much, Mr. Tunde. That was so amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming on this health presentation today. Thank you for coming on this healthy cooking presentation, sponsored by your one and only Salad Master. We really appreciate that you could join us. It's the maiden edition of your one and only show, bringing you healthy tips, best ways to eat your food, and the food becomes medicine. It's a cook along session with Chef Jessica. And I want to appreciate you for joining us. Thank you so much. Wherever you're joining from, thank you. If you're connecting on Zoom, if you're connecting on YouTube, we are live now. Please do reach out to your friends, your colleagues at work, your neighbors, and say to them that the Family Healthy Show is back on your screen. Thank you again for coming on the show. If you're watching on YouTube, please kindly click on the subscribe button and also click on the little bell, which is the notification button, to just give you a notification every time we're on. And I'm not alone tonight. We have some amazing people on the call today. One of them is the super chef herself, the one and only Chef Jessica, our international chef. And Chef Jessica is with all her recipes, all her menu, and she's ready to go tonight. So I want to say, if you're cooking along, please do take a picture and let us see how your final outcome is at the end of the show. Thank you very much again for coming on the show. We really do appreciate you could join us. I'm going to hand you now to our studio where I have the international chef, Chef Jessica. Hi, Jessica. How are you today?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Marble. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, Africa. Good evening, Lagos State. Good evening, Elzel region. Salad Master, thank you so much for sponsoring this wonderful cooking show. Today is Cook Along, and we are going to be having an amazing time because I'm going to be cooking a very delicious, yummy soup called Editan. Editan is a Calabar dish. Yes. So I'll be making Editan soup this evening. I'll be making the Editan soup with the Editan leaf, the water leaf, and the rest of them. Thank you for tuning in with us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Salad Master, once again. Quickly, I'm going to introduce the recipes that I'll be using for tonight's cooking. Like I said, our menu for tonight is the Editan soup. Editan soup is a Calabar dish. So quickly, I have to introduce the recipe I'll be using. I'll be using red bell pepper. That is tatache for the Editan soup. Then I'll be using habanero pepper. This yellow pepper is called habanero pepper. It's a very special pepper, has a very nice aroma and has its own special taste. Then this one is the red Scotch bonnet, locally known as asarodo. Yeah, I'll be using it for the Editan soup. Then here, I'll be using the red chili. This is shombo or bawa. Called the Yoruba language. Then I'll be using onions. These big onions, I'm going to use all of it inside the Editan because I love onions. Then here is the stockfish. I'll be using stockfish for the Editan soup. And here I'll be using crayfish. I'm going to blend this, or rather I'm going to grind this to make Editan soup. And here is this dry smoked fish. I'll be using dry smoked fish for the Editan soup. And I'll be using snail to be making the Editan soup. I just got tired of using goat meat, red meat to make. I'll be using snail to make the Editan soup, which is also very healthy, very healthy. Okay. And here is the Editan leaf. This is the Editan leaf. You can see how green and fresh it is. This is the Editan leaf. I just want to show you what it looks like. It looks like afan leaf, but this one is thicker than afan leaf and a little bit wider than afan leaf. It's a special leaf and it's also very bitter. I don't know between this and bitter leaf, which is better. I don't know. So I'll be using water leaf. I'll be using water leaf for the Editan soup. Then here is the Editan leaf that I've already washed. This takes a lot of time to wash because it's very bitter. I'm going to show you how I got this once I start cooking. And here is my sea salt for the Editan soup. I'll be using this sea salt for taste. I want my soup to be very tasty, so I'm adding the sea salt. So that is it for the Editan soup. Quickly, I have to run over to the, I have to say the recipes again. I'll be using crayfish, stockfish, red bell pepper, red chili, red scotch bonnet, habanero pepper, snail, smoked dried fish, and red chili, sea salt, and water leaf, then the Editan leaf itself. So that is what I'll be cooking tonight. Thank you quickly. Thank you, everyone. I have to quickly wash my hands with soap and water. Then I'll start cooking immediately. So I'll be cooking this wonderful dish from Calabar. Editan soup is from Calabar, mostly eaten by the Calabars or the cross livers. So I'll be making this soup inside our Salad Master Healthy Cooking System. And I'll be cooking this food without a drop of oil. I'm not going to use any form of oil at all. And this is the cookware. That is Salad Master Healthy Cooking System that I'll be using for the Editan soup. You can see how big this cookware is. This is 10 quarts. We could feed up to 15 to 20 people. We can use this for soup, stew, just like I'll be using for tonight's cooking. So I'll be cooking the Editan soup inside this healthy cooking system, Salad Master Healthy Cooking System, called the 10 quarts. This is 10 quarts. You can see the size, really lovely. Okay. Now to start the Editan soup, I'll quickly blend the pepper, the red bell pepper, and the red scotch bonnets, and also the shombo that I'll be using. That is the red chili. I'll be blending all together because that is what I'm going to be using. I'm not using any form of oil. So when you are cooking with your normal conventional oil, you have to use plenty oil. But when cooking with healthy system, I'm not using any form of oil to make this delicious, amazing soup tonight. These peppers have been washed already. I just want to quickly rinse them again. Then I'll be blending them with my blender in a smooth paste. So like I said, this soup is mostly eaten by the Calabars. Calabars has an amazing, wonderful soup. You know, they have the atamas, the atama, which the one we did at the cook school. That was last week. Yeah, the atama soup, the edikaiko soup, the shaman soup, and the likes. Calabar soup, especially the Edikaiko and the Afan soup. They are very delicious and also very healthy. So quickly, I have to blend the pepper. That is the red bell pepper, the habanero pepper, and the bell pepper. This is the attaché that I'll be using. This attaché, you can see that the seed is out. I've taken out the seed. The seed is slightly bitter, so I've taken that out. But the red bell, the red chili, the seed is still inside because it's spiced though. So I'll be using that. So why I remove the red bell pepper seed is because it's bitter. So I'll be using all these pepper because I want the Editan soup to be a little bit spicy, not too much. So I'm going to be blending all this pepper in a smooth paste. Then I'll be adding water. So I'll be adding a little water. So anytime that you are blending red bell pepper and red chili in a blender, because they're very acidic, you have to put water because you don't want your blender to spoil. So you have to put water for easy blending. So I'm going to quickly blend this. So it depends on the quantity of the soup you are making. If you are making for a larger family, like let's assume you are making for 15 to 10 people, you have to add more of a red bell pepper and red chili to give you that sharp look, to give you that sharp color. Okay. So my pepper is ready. It just is where I like it. Okay. It's smooth enough, just the way I like it. You see that? Okay, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to add them. So I'll be using this tempura to make the Editan leaf. You can see no drop of oil at all. I'll be making this soup without a drop of oil at all. I love cooking with Salad Master, healthy cooking system. So, and I'm going to cook on a medium heat because we don't cook with high heat. I have to cook on a medium heat. You can see. Okay. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to add the blended pepper, all the blended pepper, the red Scotch bonnet, the habanero pepper, and the red chili all together. If you don't want your food or your soup to be too spicy, then you don't have to use the habanero pepper. Habanero pepper is a very special pepper, mostly used when you are making native soups. And it's also very spicy. But I love it in native soup because it has a very special aroma. I can taste it in any food. Okay, so I have to allow this pepper, this blended pepper to boil for at least 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. While that is boiling, I have to quickly I have to quickly wash the snail. So I have to quickly wash this snail. This snail, the shell is already out. I've already removed the shell, but I'm going to wash this with an alum because the snail is very slimy, still very slimy. So I'm going to wash the snail with an alum this because I want to get rid of all the slimy stuff on me. You can see this, the slime is too slimy. And also remember that snail is very healthy. So like I said, you can use any meat of your choice, maybe goat meat or whatever I want to use. But tonight I'm just tired of using goat meat all the time to prepare soup. So I just decided to use snail. And you can also add periwinkle, but I thought that since I already have snail, because they're all the same species, the same family, so no need of adding that. So I'm not using periwinkle. Calabas love periwinkle in their food every time they are making food, cooking their food. Is it a pankukwo? They will add periwinkle. Periwinkle is also very healthy, very, very healthy. When they're making a pankukwo, they will add periwinkle. Afan soup, periwinkle, sometimes idikaiko, they will add it. Then atama soup, they will add it. Even in Editan. And all these soups have different tastes. Very yummy. So I'm going to wash this snail until I get rid of all the slimy stuff from me. And also when you are washing snail, you have to check here, just under here, to make sure that the shell is not there. Because when you're eating your snail, you wouldn't like to bite that. So you check it one after the other, making sure that the shell is not on it. So after washing this with an alum, I'm going to still rinse it again with salt before adding it to the pepper that is already cooking. Then I'll add the other ingredients such as the dry smoked fish and the stockfish for all the peppers to infuse inside. Because when I'm boiling my meat, I like adding the pepper, cooking it together with the pepper. Okay, so the slimy stuff is all out of the snail. So now I'm going to use salt to wash it again. You can see the snail is ready to cook now. It's clean, it's all clean. So now I can cook this inside the pepper with the pepper. Okay, the pepper is already boiling already. So now I'm going to add the snail. Then I'll add this stockfish. It's already washed. I already washed this with salt. I'm going to add this. Then the next thing I'm going to be adding is the sea salt for taste. So I'll be adding, this is a teaspoon of sea salt. So I'm using sea salt for my cooking. Then I use normal salt for washing whatever I want to wash. be it tomatoes or vegetables or meat, I'll use normal salt. But when it comes to cooking, I use sea salt. Okay. So I'm going to allow that to continue cooking. While that is cooking, I have to quickly wash this dried smoked fish. So I'll be washing this dry smoked fish. Normal when you're cooking, you use hot water to soak the dry smoked fish and the stockfish for hours, which is not good, because when you do that, you are taking out of the remaining sweetness out of the fish. When you soak it in water, I see that the color changes. Then you keep on, after putting it in hot water for some hours or minutes, you bring it out again and still wash it in cold water. Then trust me, when you put it inside your food, your soup, you not feel that taste. So how to wash this dry smoked fish is just put salt inside a cold water, then just dip it in a little like this, making sure that all the water touches the dry smoked fish. Then when you're done doing that, you get your vegetable brush, this vegetable brush. This is what I use to scrub my carrots, anything pack crops like ginger, garlic, turmeric, and all that. So you get the brush to scrub it thoroughly. So the salt that you put inside the water also helps to get rid of the scent. And the brush also helps to get rid of any dirt or any sticky oil. So you put it under running water and you brush it very well. And then you rinse it. You rinse them very well. You see? And when you are buying your dry smoked fish, always make sure that you look at it very well. If possible, try to perceive it to see whether it's still okay. Because sometimes they sell a very bad fish and you won't know until you perceive it or you look at it properly. So you can see it's all clean and ready to cook. So I'll be adding these two with the pepper to all cook together. So I'm going to be adding this inside the Okay. So I'll be adding this inside the pepper so they can all cook together and this pepper can goes inside. So I'm not removing any bone. I'm not deboning anything because they all get soft. So I have to cover this to continue cooking. While that is cooking, I have to quickly blend the onion, shred the onions. I'll be shredding these onions using our Salad Master wonderful food processor. So I'll be using this Salad Master wonderful machine to shred the onions. This is our Salad Master bowl. See this bowl, very lovely, very good for making your salad, or you're mixing your cake, or you're mixing your dough, anything you want. It's very lovely. And this is our wonderful Salad Master food processor. Like I always say, no kitchen is complete without this machine. It makes your work in the kitchen very fast, easy, and saves you a lot of energy If you are making salad for 200 people or you are making salad for an event, within 20 to 50 minutes, you don't cut in your fruits and your veggies. So I'll be using cone number 2. It comes with 5 different cones, from cone number 1 to cone number 2 to cone number 3 to cone number 4, and then cone number 5, depending on what you're cutting and the shape you want it. But I want my onions in a thin slice. That's why I'm using the cone number 2. It's master of fruits and vegetables. So you see how fast? Did you see? Did you see that? I love this machine. Like when I was making a vegetable sauce this afternoon, I cut a lot of vegetables using this salad master machine, and in short time I was done. I didn't even feel as if I cut anything. But if I have to be using chopping board and knife, oh, and be scared I might not cut my hand. So when it gets small this way, when it gets smaller, for you to not cut your hand, just open this way. This is a finger guide. Throw in the vegetables or fruits you're having and apply a little pleasure, and then continue turning, continue spreading. See? Now, take a look at this beauty. Did you see that? Did you see that? I love this. I love this. In case if you don't want your own number 1, which is the shredder, and use it to shred this in a very tiny shape. Okay, my soup is doing on well. It's doing well. It's coming up beautiful, just the way I like it. So now I'll be adding the shredded onions, all of it. I love onions because my nutritionist, that is Mr. Tunde, told me that onions is very healthy, helps to boost immune system, our immune system, and also very good for eyes. That is also very good for vision. So you can see the onions, everything is cooking on well. Everything, the dry smoked fish, stockfish, red blended pepper, red scotch bonnet, and the onions. Okay. So while that is cooking, I have to quickly blend the crayfish. So I have to quickly blend the crayfish. Then after blending the crayfish, I have to slice the water leaf. I have washed the water leaf already. I washed it. It also saves me time so that I won't waste. All right, so I have to quickly blend the crayfish using another blender. I have different types of blender. Okay. So I'll be using a smaller blender to blend my crayfish. So this is the crayfish that I'll be blending. I already picked out all the deads, the crabs, and sometimes the snail shell. So when you get your crayfish, you have to sit down and pick it like the way you pick beans because you don't want sand, okay? So I'll be blending this crayfish because I'll be adding it too with the pepper so that everything too will all cook together, can all cook together. Okay, the crayfish is well blended now. You can see that it's well blended now. So I'll add that quickly. I'll add that quickly inside the soup. It's being on well. I'll add the blended crayfish. Then I'll add a little water because I don't want this editan to be too thick. It's also the same process you make what's it called? After so the only difference is the leaf. And this editan leaf is very bitter. Like I said earlier before, I don't know between bitter leaf and editan leaf which is more bitter. So this is the water leaf I'll be using for the editan leaf. This water leaf is already washed. I already washed this with salt. So I'm going to quickly slice this using a chopping board and salad master knife. Hello, Mr. Marvel.
Yeah, hi, Jessica. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing, amazing. Now, let me just say again, thank you so much, everyone, for coming on the show today. Just in case you have any questions for our super chef, Jessica, do send in your questions and we are going to take your questions on your behalf. Thank you very much, Chef Jessica. It's amazing. We have people following on YouTube. And let me say that if you're on YouTube and you're watching right now, please kindly do click on the subscribe button and also the notification icon so that you can get us live whenever we're on. So thank you again, everyone, for coming on the show. Put in your questions, and we are going to take your questions for you straight to Chef Jessica tonight. Thank you, Chef Jessica. Over to you now in the studio.
All right, Mr. Marvel, thank you so much. So now I'm slicing the water leaf that I'll be using for the editan soup. So you can decide not to use water leaf. It's all depending on your choice. But for me, I prefer to use water leaf. Like I always say, whenever you're making your soup, using any vegetables, don't slice it in the market. Buy it whole like that, bring it home, wash it with salt and clean water, and then slice it by yourself. Open it, slice it by yourself, and wash it properly, because sometimes in the market they miss a different leaf. They might have another glass on it, and they will add everything up thinking it's the same leaf that you want to use. So people not knowing that it's a different leaf. So when you go to the market, bring your vegetables home, wash it with salt. Salt helps to get rid of the sand. And slice it by yourself, because you don't have to slice before washing. You have to wash before slicing so that you can keep all the nutrients intact. Remember that we are also eating for the nutrition, which is the #1 reason why we're eating. So now I finished slicing the water leaf and the soup. The Editan soup is doing on well. It's getting on well, just the way I like it. Now for the recipes that I use for the Editan soup, I use red bell pepper, red scotch bonnet, habanero pepper, red chili, which I use as the base. And this Editan soup, I'm not using any form of oil at all or any artificial condiments. So I use dry smoked fish, stockfish, snail, crayfish, onions, water leaf, Editan leaf, crayfish, and sea salt for taste. These are my recipes for the Editan soup. So now I have to quickly tell you how I wash my Editan leaf. Like I said, Editan leaf is very bitter, just like bitter leaf. This is the fresh leaf of Editan leaf. Okay, this is the fresh leaf of Editan leaf. You can see, almost looks like afan leaf, but afan leaf is stronger and thinner, while Editan leaf is wider and thicker. Okay, this is how I got it in the market. Then I plugged it one after the other. Clean it. I use a clean towel, just like this type I'm having, to clean the surface, because you don't have to wash it before slicing. Clean up the surface like this. Clean it one after the other. Then I slice it. After slicing, I pound it in a mortar and a pestle, because you don't have to blend this in a blender. When you blend it in a blender, well, after cooking the soup, we wouldn't like the outcome, we didn't like the end products. So the best way to do your Editan leaf is to after cutting with knife, then you pound it in a mortar with a pestle. Then after pounding, normally use a hot water to wash it. It has this slimy thing on it too as well, just like the snail. It's very slimy. But I didn't boil the water to be very hot. Remember that I'm reserving the nutrients too also. So I used a lukewarm water with potash, edible potash. Okay, the potash also helps to get rid of the bitterness quickly, because when you wash it without potash, you wash it for a longer time, then you are removing the nutrients and the vitamins and the minerals in it. So I wash it with potash just like 3 times, okay, to get rid of the sand and also to get rid of the slime, because that slime is what makes the bitterness. And this is it. You can see the green color is still intact. So this is the Editan leaf, fresh from the market, cleaned with a clean towel and sliced, then pound in a mortar and a pestle. And I wash this with a lukewarm water, not hot water. Okay, and I also apply potash to get rid of the bitterness. Fast. Okay. All right. So, and once I finish, I cover this with a clean film, to avoid oxidation. When you leave it for a very long time, until that it will start changing color. Oxidation is the effect of light and air. So you have to preserve and protect your food so that your food can protect you. so that your food can protect your body. And okay. Oh my God, the aroma is so inviting. Oh no, God, oh my. So the next thing I'm going to be adding now is the sliced water leaf. This is the first thing I'm going to add. Once I add it, allow this to boil for 2 minutes before I add the editan leaf. Okay. So you also use the water leaf for afan soup and editan. And I remembered, I think that was last week, I made water leaf soup. And water leaf soup and water leaf is very healthy. I said it contains vitamin A, vitamin C, and a lot more. It's a very healthy leaf. Okay, you can cook it just like that as water leaf soup. And the soup was so tasty. So I'll leave this to cook for 2 minutes. Then after I boil for 2 minutes, then I can now add the editan leaf and our soup will be ready in less than 5 minutes. So thank you everyone again for tuning in with us, for staying on with us. I'm enjoying myself in the kitchen, having an amazing time cooking with Salad Master Healthy Cooking System. Hello, Miss Samantha, are you still there with me? Okay. All right, so.
Wow. Chef Jessica, it's amazing what we're showing everyone tonight. Yeah. Now let me just say that this is Salad Master. And what we do as Salad Master is to show you how to turn your food to medicine. And what we're saying tonight is absolutely how to turn your food to medicine. You see, food is medicine. So I want to thank you again for coming on this cooking show tonight, Cook Along with Chef Jessica. If you have any questions on what Chef Jessica is cooking tonight, you could ask your questions. And also, we have people who are connected on YouTube. You can send in your comments as well, and we will take your questions. You're guaranteed to have your questions read out tonight. I want to say thank you again, Chef Jessica. Right now, we don't have any comments, but we have wonderful people who are connected right now and they're watching. So I'm going to hand it back to you now in the studio as you wrap up. Over to you now, Chef Jessica.
All right, Mr. Marvel, thank you. Now back to our soup, our editan soup, a Calabar dish, very yummy. Calabar said they have a very lovely, nice, yummy soup. No wonder where every junction, every place we went to, you see a Calabar kitchen. Because their soups are yummy and very healthy too. So the next leaf now I'll be adding is the editan leaf itself. This what completes our soup. Just the leaf. You know, just like you have the water leaf soup, bitter leaf soup, it's all on the leaf. It's all about the leaf. Okay, so this is the editan leaf. So I'll be adding this now. Wow. You can see my water leaf is still looking very green. You know why? Because I'm using Salad Master Healthy Cooking System made with titanium. Wow. Oh my God, I'm salivating. I can't wait to taste this soup. So now I'll be adding the editan leaf inside the soup. Then I'll stir all this together. You see that color? Look at that color. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Now I'll be covering this to just cook less than 2 minutes. and then our Editan soup will be ready in short, in no time. So quickly, I have to recap the recipes that I use for the Editan soup. Quickly, I have to recap again. For the Editan soup, I use red bell pepper, red scotch bonnet, habanero pepper, red chili, dry smoked fish, stockfish, crayfish, snail, because I don't want to use beef or meat. So I decided to use snail tonight for tonight's cooking. Then I use water leaf and sea salt, and then the amazing Editan soup. So please, when next, if you don't know how to cook Editan soup or you've not tested it before, anytime you may drop at Calabar Kitchen, ask them that you want to buy Editan soup, or you can make it yourself. It's very easy. As you can see, it's very easy to prepare and also very healthy. Okay, now back to the soup. The soup is ready now. Okay. Look at this. So the soup is ready. I'll be turning off the gas, turning off the heat, and taking the soup out from the heat totally. And I'm also going to dish the soup, because each time I finish cooking, I dish it out so that you can all eat from your screen. You can all have a nice look from your screen. So I'm going to quickly dish this soup now. So the edit, like I said, the Editan soup is very easy, just like Edikai Kong. It's just the process in preparing the leaf, the Editan leaf, that is just the only difference. It's very easy and also very tasty and yummy. Did you see the color? And I use snail instead of what's it called, normal beef. I'm tired of using beef to cook soup all the time, so I decided to use snail. And I did not put what's it called again, periwinkle, because using snail, they're all the same species, the same family, just like onions and garlic. You can decide to add the two, which is still okay, which is still very fine. Okay, now this is our wonderful, sweet, yummy Editan soup. Oh, wow. Hello, Mr. Mabel. Our soup is ready.
Wow, 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 wow. This looks yummy. This makes me hungry. Amazing. Wow. Thank you very much, Chef Jessica. Thank you so much, Salad Master, for bringing us this amazing result tonight, for helping us achieve this amazing result tonight. Now, let me just say that this is the Cook On Show with Chef Jessica, and today we have made some rich Nigerian dish from Calabar. And also, someone has asked a question which I'll read out shortly. I just want to say that just in case you don't have any of these items Chef Jessica has used tonight, and you probably want to get one, you can leave a message and we'll definitely reach out to you and let you know how you can get yours. Now, Chef Jessica, I have just one question.
Okay, I'm listening.
Someone is asking, did you say you added milk? Did you say milk? Someone is asking, did you say milk to the cooking? Milk.
No, I didn't. Milk inside soup. Oh my God. No. No milk at all.
Okay, thank you very much. Because someone is just asking, did you say you added milk? And that's Chef Jessica's answer. No milk at all. Now, not just that she didn't add any milk, she also did not use any oil, no cubes, no MSGs, and everything you have there is natural. Amazing. And the beautiful thing about it is Salad Master Healthy Cooking System makes the food healthier and yummy. And when you eat, you're getting at least 93% of the nutrition. Someone has just typed in another question. I'll just read it out quickly to Chef Jessica. They're asking, please, can you do a quick recap? Can you do a quick recap of the recipe you have used?
Okay.
A quick recap before we go of the recipe you have used tonight.
Okay, the recipes for the Editan soup tonight was dry smoked fish, stockfish, snail, crayfish, onions, red bell pepper, red scotch bonnet, habanero pepper, and red chili. And also used water leaf and sea salt for taste, and of course, the Editan leaf. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Mabel. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Jessica, for that quick recap. So thank you for asking the question. We have a guest online who have asked that question, and I believe Chef Jessica has answered the question. Thank you, Chef Jessica. Thank you, everyone, for coming on this show. Do not forget that this show is proudly sponsored by your one and only Salad Master. Thank you, Salad Master, for bringing us wonderful home cooking and changing our lives through the food that we eat daily. And don't forget that we're going to come your way again on Saturday during the Cook School. Invite all healthy. They are the ones you should be talking to. So also, I'm just going to ask Chef Jessica, what is the menu for Saturday morning at 8:30? You want to share with us?
Okay, quickly on a Saturday morning by 8:30 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to be making Hausa soup. That is me and Daika Kalakashi. Yes, that is Hausa soup with a tuwo masala. It's going to be amazing. Then the second one is Greek yogurt chocolate cake, baked on a gas stove. And with our Salad Master healthy cooking system, I'm going to be baking that cake on a stove top. And the third one I'll be making on a Saturday morning is Opevo soup. That is from Warri, Yoruba, and Isoko. That is a Warri dish. Trust me, it's going to be amazing on a Saturday because we have some fantastic, yummy, delicious menus on that day. Thank you.
Wow, I'm salivating already. I'm already hungry. I'm looking forward to Saturday, and I know you are looking forward to Saturday. So please do invite everyone, your neighbors. The time is 8:30. You're going to get a link just the same way you got this one. It's a totally different link for Saturday, and we love to see you on the show on Saturday. Thank you very much. If you're on YouTube, thank you very much. I want to say, Chef Jessica, do you have final words tonight before we go?
Yes, I do. One thing I want to quickly say a very big thank you to Salad Master for sponsoring this beautiful, amazing program. One thing I love about Salad Master is that anywhere you are, wherever you are, we stay connected. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Ezra Region. Thank you, everyone. So
this is Estelle Region. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Your time is really precious. We appreciate your time, and we love you so much from Salad Master. For me, it's good night and have a fantastic night rest. At Salad Master, we say medium, click, low, and we go. Medium,
from
click,
me,
low,
medium, click, low, and we go. All
right. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you. See you on Saturday morning.
Thank you all. See you on Saturday morning. Bye.